Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Monday Night Raw. We may not be on the road to WrestleMania completely, but we are certainly on the way to one thing that was announced recently, and that is King of the Ring. It is a little under 2 weeks away. It's going to be live streamed on the ProJaked network. All the excitement is palpable, and we're going to get things underway here tonight with the King of the Ring qualifiers on Monday Night Raw in Philly, which is just around the road from where something was held. I don't know where I was going with that one. But anyway, tonight, the main event, the King of the Ring qualifier. You know, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to let the Raw General Manager take it. Darwin, please.
Hey, I'm here doing this for the first time. We have 3 King of the Ring qualifiers coming up, starting off eventually.
No, we just want to know the main event right now.
Oh, main event? Lars Sullivan versus Diesel. That is sure to be a hard-hitting masterclass of slaps and claps.
And we're starting off with the open challenge thing that Brian Kendrick came up with.
Yeah, this guy, huh? I mean, sure, he wanted to prove himself. I guess I could see where he's coming from, and I'm happy to say I know who he's facing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting open challenge concept, considering someone's already picked out for him. But to be fair, I'll let it slide, given the US Open Challenge did actually have contenders decided the week before. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like at the last second sort of thing, you know?
Okay. So Kendrick back after his week off last week, walked out of his match against Randy Orton, decided that 3 matches in 1 week was too much.
Perhaps I can see where he's coming from, but at the same time, he didn't exactly win.
Ruling matchups though. To cut him some slack. A title match, Battle Royal, and the Royal Rumble.
And he didn't win any of those, right?
Correct. But now we await his thingy. You can take this.
The newest signing to the Raw roster. I am happy to welcome Jeff Hardy.
Nah, you're welcoming the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, just
you know nothing about timing?
Just the one.
Jeff Hardy, that's when you should have done it.
Well, not everything is perfect, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think about this new signing? Pretty exciting.
I mean, seems to be connecting with the crowd already.
Yeah, breath of fresh air coming in. Someone who I don't believe we've seen at all, or if we have, it's been a very long time.
It was a very, very long time ago. That much I can attest to.
Like the Dark Ages before
yes.
Good old Daro Ronaldo.
Definitely not that.
Definitely that. But,
so,
you know,
while we get this one underway and while we see your new signing here, if this age is so great, where have you been the last 2 months?
Well, as anyone who keeps up with Daro Ronaldo knows,
that's no one.
Well, I actually have a big fan base. That's aside from the point.
Your mother doesn't.
The
count.
flu's been going around, and my mother does count. The flu's been going around, and yeah, that got me pretty bad. So,
for 2 months.
And I didn't want to bother everyone here with, you know, a sort of worn out voice. That just sounds unpleasant. Yeah.
It would be terrible to show commitment, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm still booking the show week after week, making sure stuff is still running. You know, being a general manager is kind of a hard thing.
Yeah, if
maybe
you to be a general
you wouldn't know that. Maybe you wouldn't know that.
What? I would.
Would you?
Yeah.
Running that zoo that is ECW.
Yeah. Running that zoo with the greatest of all time as my champion.
Well, Jinder Mahal isn't the ECW champion. Don't know why you would suggest that.
Ooh, you're funny. Why you... Wait, what happened to... I don't like Jinder? What happened to Jinder was running my bank account dry? What happened to Jinder was holding Raw hostage? Why are you suddenly sucking off Jinder?
First of all, foul language. I don't really like that here on Raw.
I don't give a shit. I'm on your own show more than you.
Namaste. Jinder Mahal, you know, maybe it took a while, but maybe I'm starting to see Jinder Mahal in a new light, you know?
What, a light of a
After
champion
all-
who's won
after
one
all-
match since winning that belt?
And he's gonna win the match next week, which he also gladly accepted. Don't forget that's happening.
You wouldn't know this because you don't tune into your own show.
Of
But
course.
for week after week, I have said that I don't care for this main event food. I do not like... I hate Jinder Mahal, and I don't have respect for Adam Cole. So, your attempts at badgering me on here just aren't going to work with Jinder.
Well, I just think you're
Like
just
him
wrong.
or hate him, do whatever you want. Really don't care.
It's just, I don't know. That sounds mighty ironic coming from the guy who bends over back for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal really aren't so different.
In what world is that ironic? I don't care for Jinder Mahal, someone not on my brand who I don't like as world champion and is feuding with someone who I don't like, who used to be a world champion and betrayed something that was a family. How is that ironic compared to standing by the side of the man who has single-handedly redesigned, rebuilt, and reclaimed ECW into the A show? Might I remind you?
In some sense, Jinder Mahal has rebuilt, reclaimed, and reconnaissance. I don't know what the saying is.
Wow, English.
To Raw.
Your full day, apparently. Reconnaissance? What, he's doing spy work?
Possibly. Do you keep up with Jinder Mahal 24/7?
Do I keep up with Jinder Mahal? Didn't know the guy's name until 6 weeks ago.
Anyways, we have all night to talk about that wonderful feud going on Raw. What about this?
Up on top, think we know what he's going for. Oh, he went to Swanton Bomb. Brian Kendrick walking out last week, wanting this open challenge. It may have backfired, and it did.
3. Simple end and the first win for new signee Jeff Hardy. Congratulations. Yeah, we kind of went on a tangent for that one, but I guess Brian Kendrick certainly got what he asked for.
That he did. That he did. Jeff Hardy, the newest signing to Monday Night Raw, looking to make an impact, and I mean in a place that has a lot of, shall we say, bad hombres walking around. Certainly is nice to see someone who connects with the crowd as quickly and as easily as Jeff Hardy has.
Speaking of connecting with the crowd, next match coming up, we're going to see Kassius Ohno.
Ah.
Yeah. Kind of not too different from Jeff Hardy, really. You know, they're both new to the brand and, you know, holding it up.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Well, you know, before we go anywhere, before we move on to Ohno for a second, just want to say, though, it is nice to see Jeff Hardy back. Has been a long time. Hopefully he can get some success going for him. And I wonder how long it'll be before Jeff Hardy feels as if he's at home here on Raw, like this man says he is, week in and week out.
Well, it only took a couple weeks, and Kassius Ohno is kind of fitting in just fine. It almost feels like he's been here for ages.
I mean, I gotta get your opinion on this one, because this was quite a serious matter. What did you make of Kassius Ohno eliminating Tyler Breeze at the Royal Rumble, the former Royal Rumble winner?
Well, I think it really just shows a lot about Kassius himself, you know? Like, this is a guy... Oh, go on.
No, go on. Keep going. I want you to keep explaining.
Yeah, well, this is a guy that can go to town with a former WrestleMania main event winner. Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of special, not something you see every day.
That is a very straight statement to make.
Yeah, maybe if not for Kassius Ohno, Breeze would have been a 2-time winner.
Ooh, I don't know. He did draw early. And there was also a man who came up a little bit later than him who may have run him down. Goes by the name of Braun Strowman. So, this man's here. Is this... Oh, by the way, is this one of the King of the Ring qualifiers?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Okay. What's the other one?
We got that one coming up right after this one. We have The Miz facing off against Randy Orton.
Interesting. Interesting. So James Storm here. Last week he said he would... he wanted another US opportunity.
Wait, hold on. Can we pause there for a minute?
Yes?
8 in English. Okay, so who were the people last week? There were like two little dudes behind 8 in English.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who are you putting on my show?
I thought you might have had a little bit of an idea.
Oh.
I was I was going to ask you about that later.
I thought... Here I am thinking
know.
that was ECW Reconnaissance.
No? I'd never seen those guys in my life. I don't know if you noticed, they were wearing his attire. They were wearing eye masks. They were dressed up exactly... When they came to the ring, I think, they had his trench coat as well.
What even is an eye mask?
It's like those, I don't know how to put it. Like, you know, like it might be Phantom of the Opera or something where you wear those little things over your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
One of those little faux masks things.
For the record, Aiden English doesn't have like a Jinder Mahal paycheck. He couldn't have hired these guys, could he?
No. Wait, hang on. We're going on about them, but what if we're just going a bit insane?
Yeah.
What if it just didn't exist and we're just making this up right now?
Well, they were just like... Yeah.
Maybe they're just fans. Maybe Aiden English somewhere, somehow has fans.
Well, I have been slumping out on security. Maybe.
But it's very intricate to dress up like him, put those mask things on.
Very questionable. Hopefully they do not come back. They kind of stink up the place.
We'll get back to that another time. But right now, this match. King of the Ring here, Ohno and Storm. King of the Ring qualifier, rather, should I say. Both men looking to... I mean, if they go to the King of the Ring, they're looking to achieve the success that former King of the Ring winners have. Last year was Kenny Omega. Went on to win the Intercontinental Championship. Went on to lead the Elite. Still on SmackDown as well. And the year before that was a man that you're pretty familiar with. A name recurring again, Tyler Breeze.
That guy. But on the subject of these two men, something to point out, they kind of have opposite moving momentum, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Kassius Ohno has been working himself up in the ranks. Meanwhile, James Storm, not so much.
I mean, Storm is still kind of there. He still had his US title shot at the Rumble. But last week to Lars was a dip. Big dip in form.
Ooh,
it was like Bitcoin.
Lars, there's a couple more minutes and we get to talk about that man.
You were very happy to keep him hidden. Look at this by Ohno, transitioning there. Storm though getting out of it. That was very good.
Ohno could hit 5 different maneuvers in 1 minute. It's kind of crazy what this man can do.
I like this though by Storm. Working away on the legs, taking away the kicks, taking away the speed as well.
But yeah, maybe the Royal Rumble was James Storm's sort of fall from grace, possibly.
Yeah. He ascended his mountain and now he's getting pushed down it courtesy of Lars Sullivan. Oof.
Lars
Sullivan. Neck breaker there.
But who do you think's taking this match and going to the King of the Ring?
Well, considering we just shat all over him, I think it's got to be Ohno.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
James Storm has beat former US champions.
Just last week beat a 2-time world champion, former Royal Rumble winner, former United States champion, former King of the Ring, former WrestleMania main eventer in Tyler Breeze, and he did it in very convincing fashion as well.
Not to mention he eliminated him from the Royal Rumble, and...
Correct.
Yeah. James Storm kind of falling from grace. Hopefully he could turn it around tonight.
The thing is that Storm can take away from the Rumble is he wasn't pinned. Rhodes was pinned. And for most of the match, Storm was the one wailing away on Cody Rhodes. So it was mostly Storm was the reason why Rhodes didn't kick out, but in the same breath, Storm didn't get the pin, and that's what matters most.
Yeah, and I mean, Storm kind of allowed Aiden English to win the match, right?
Yeah.
So...
Oh, the discus forearm by Ohno.
Oh my god, James Storm just slumping down.
He looked out on his feet. He's on Dream Street right now, but Ohno is going to make sure to knock the lights off on that street. Power cut on its way. KO!
Well, I think this has got to be it, Larry.
As tough as James Storm is, and we've known him to be, that KO can knock anyone out. And it's finished, James Storm. Ohno is going to King of the Ring.
Well, I can't say many of us expected different, but congratulations to Kassius Ohno. He will be seen at King of the Ring.
He will be. 3 from Raw, 3 from ECW, 2 from SmackDown due to SmackDown winning last year.
And, dare I say, aside from Lars Sullivan, Kassius Ohno is probably my favorite to win.
That's a fair shout. I mean, we don't know who's going to be on my brand or SmackDown's, but Ohno is on the up and up when it comes to momentum. He has a chance really of going all the way. For all you know, in a dream world maybe for you, you could get Ohno and Sullivan in the final.
Oh yeah, I mean, seeing Lars Sullivan beat Kassius Ohno in the finals would be divine.
You're very bigging up Lars Sullivan. Be awkward if he got eliminated in the first round. If he even gets to King of the Ring, that is.
Okay.
He's got a hoss similar to him in Diesel.
I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna move on to the next topic. So, next match coming up, Miz versus Randy Orton. 2 men that have kind of been going nowhere here on Raw.
Spluttering for a while, yeah.
Yeah, not to take away from Randy Orton. You know, done great things.
The ignition is on, but the engine won't turn over.
So at this point, we more or less have 2 basically confirmed people for the King of the Ring tournament.
You
Kassius
really think
Ohno,
Lars is going to go in, don't you?
Well, yeah, but that's aside from the point. Now, out of these 2 men, who do you think is taking it home?
It's tough. Like, it's not tough from the aspect of they've done this, that, and that. It's tough from the aspect of both men have done a grand amount of nothing. Neither man was in the Rumble. Neither man, to my knowledge, ever challenged for the US title.
I believe the Miz might have, question mark, but...
I thought he just had a non-title match against him.
I think Randy Orton probably has the better odds going in here.
Alright.
Yeah, let's moving on.
We'll see. Both men really need this win, though. That's for certain. But only one is going to King of the Ring.
Well, the Miz still high in spirits, I suppose. More power to him.
Have you seen the woman on his arm?
Boy, do I. I'd say there's still hope for the people at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, Aiden English became United States champion.
Exactly my point. Last time we saw Aiden before that, he had... Correct me if I'm wrong.
Probably lost the match.
He had a brawl with Triple H, did he not?
Brawl is a nice way of putting it.
Oh,
he got beaten up.
That was at the beginning of my tenure. Oh, how the time has passed.
That was at the beginning? No.
It was close.
It was in like November. Actually, no, the last time we saw Aiden English, I think he got beaten up by Adam Cole.
Ah. Well, that just shows how, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah.
Lucky he got.
Yeah. Lucky. Great.
Well, we're underway in this one now. That was a smart idea from Orton right from the get-go. They make Miz come to him, try and wrestle his style of matchup right from the off.
Randy Orton throws a very slow but offensive offense.
Yes. He works calculated. He always tries to think 2 moves ahead.
And I wouldn't say Miz is so much different, although Miz is more willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Miz is also a little bit more show-offy. Like, whereas Orton is just move, business. Miz adds a bit more flair to his move. He'll take time to taunt to the crowd.
And I think
Orton's
that
just
plays,
all business.
You'd probably know, because this plays a bit into ego. Like, I think the Miz thinks he's better than anyone else, so he has that time to taunt.
Well, you know, he's a Hollywood A-lister. He's, you know, his wife is Maryse.
Right.
He's got a lot going for him to stake that claim. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.
Whoa.
With Orton.
I didn't know you went to counting university.
backbreaker there. Ah, yeah, unlike you, I went to university.
Well, one question tonight. Paige has set out a challenge for Rosemary.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to talk about this in the next match.
Well, just bringing it up, perhaps. Do you think maybe we'll get some sort of response tonight?
If she doesn't, Paige will get a response out of her.
Great point.
I mean, yeah, we the whole Bullet Club thing has come to an end, but I've got no problems with Paige. She was still, she even said it herself, I think, a few weeks ago. She was the sole survivor of the Bullet Club. You look at everyone else. Adam Cole betrayed it when it died, so he wasn't in it. Gallows and Anderson, they've gone away. No idea where they are. Ziggler has just fled. Probably the country.
Also, Adam Cole is kind of in a losing effort against Jinder Mahal right now.
That's a bit rich. Getting disqualified at the Royal Rumble. Really a losing effort.
Pseudo confirmed.
Desperate.
Whoa.
Desperate for the truth. Nice counter there by Miz.
Yeah.
Backbreaker. Neckbreaker combo.
Vintage Miz.
And the crowd here is actually starting to side with Randy Orton.
Well, it is hard to like the Miz.
I guess if you had to pick someone, I guess you can connect a little more with Orton than Miz. And also, let's be honest, we all want the RKO out of nowhere. Oh, the running knee, though!
Page is from Daniel Bryan. That's a little weird. But notice how Miz is able to just immediately get up and continue working towards Orton.
Ah, but look, did he move maybe a bit too fast? Look at him. Trying to catch his breath now. Orton not moving. I think Orton got busted open by that knee as well. He might be out of it as well. His lights may be dazed. Is Miz going to get the win that he needed more than anything? Skull-crushing finale!
Well, that's got to be
Don't count it out yet. Orton could still kick out. With all the blood coming down his face, he could maybe find a way.
2.
He won't.
Wow.
The Miz goes to King of the Ring.
I'm not sure if this would be unexpected, though, because we weren't really expecting either man to
I didn't have a pick. In all fairness.
In all fairness, what was that? In all fairness,
everyone in all fairness.
In all fairness. In all fairness, The Miz, congratulations. See you at King of the Ring. Yeah. Just don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. Definitely the wild. No, not even the wild card, because a wild card sometimes stands a chance.
Well, I'm not even saying necessarily because of ECW, SmackDown, or Kassius Ohno. I think you know who I'm referring to.
Ah, the man who we'll see in a little bit.
The man who's going to the King of the Ring, soon to be named.
Me.
Me.
Me, I'm going to be on commentary, of course. I'm going to King of the Ring.
Baby.
Well, there we go. The Miz, your winner in that one. Randy Orton continues to sink his way to the bottom of the barrel. He dwindled down there with Curtis Axel.
Oh, this is certainly not Rosemary.
The champion always comes out second.
Well, Carmella.
I want to bounce back a sec to a previous talking point. Aiden English.
So what about him?
Every 2 weeks, Cody Rhodes will defend his US Championship. What about Aiden English?
Well, I guess I could enforce a US Open challenge, but when I really put my mind to it, he beat the guy who had the Open challenge. He pinned him. I guess he should be able to choose.
I mean, he didn't enforce one on Cody, so I get where you're coming from. But it was almost becoming a staple of Raw.
Oh, I agree. I loved it more than anyone. But at the same time, it's not really Cody Rhodes' Open challenge anymore.
Because he kind of lose it probably in his first match as well.
Yeah.
Not every Open challenge can be a triple threat.
And
I doubt those guys are going to ever show up again by his side either.
It's those guys that are kind of freaking me out about it. I mean, what if they walk in, and then what if they win, and I have to sign them? Budgeting is not as easy as it looks.
Those guys, like, we don't even know their names.
They just
Saw people last week making assumptions, making, I guess you could say, predictions, maybe? Not predictions.
Oh,
guesses. Trying to figure out who the person was in the case, but I have no idea.
The worst part about that is that they expect me to have the answers.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I expected you to have the answer.
I expected you to have the answer.
I'm a commentator on this show.
You're also an
how was I supposed to
ECW
know?
Spy. Oh,
No.
Rosemary shaking the hand.
Do you know what she's doing?
She's already
just played mind games with Carmella and won.
Oh my god. Normally a handshake would signify sort of...
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Great counter by Carmella. Let's not forget, a few months ago, Carmella was challenging for the Raw Women's Championship.
Oh, of course. I was going to bring that up eventually. While she may not be the most qualified, she's got heart.
Yeah. A little point I want to bring up.
By all
in
means.
regards to the women's division a sec, since we're here right now. So we've got the likes of Rosemary, Carmella, Bliss, Paige, Charlotte, Gail Kim. If Paige, Asuka even, if Paige is unable somehow to overcome Rosemary a second time, where does the division go from here?
Well, it's a scary thought, but I think in a sense, it's going to open up to a bunch of different, outcomes and opportunities. Now, in most of those opportunities, do I see Rosemary?
Oh, hang on. You may not have much time to talk about it, because there's the mist, and we know what follows it. Usually the end of the match. Courtesy of the Red Wedding.
Well.
1, 2. Oh!
Carmella.
It's the swimsuit.
You think so?
Yeah, it's adding to it. I'll give her credit. That was... I mean, I've seen people like Gail Kim only take one and be defeated. And Gail Kim is an incredible talent.
That's the move that beat Paige.
It was. Oh, what a counter! No way! What would you do if Carmella just beat Rosemary here? Because she's going for it. Code of silence.
No. There's no way.
Oh, no. No, there isn't. Look at that by Rosemary. Not her ass.
I hope... Get your mind out of the gutters, Crisco.
Oh.
I hope that's more of the mind games, possibly.
Oh, maybe, but I don't think, you can't play mind games by letting Carmella kick out, because Carmella kicked out on her own force, on her own will. Although that may have just brought even more rage to Rosemary. The Brood dominating Monday Night Raw right now, and Rosemary a key part of it. This is the woman who you wanted a rematch against Paige. Were you so wise? There's the mist.
What is she spitting?
Mist.
Why is it green?
I don't know.
Red
Wedding.
Will she kick out of 2? Probably not.
No.
Of course not.
I don't even think Paige kicked out of 2. So, here kicking out of 2. Not so likely. Rosemary continues her domination through the women's division, and there is little surprise that is the case. The Brood continue tormenting Monday Night Raw. The wrestlers and even the officials.
She's going for the ref.
As the referee. Thank you for ref cam, by the way. We could use that more often. But as Rosemary gets the win here, she goes over to the turnbuckle, and we're getting our answer.
I was laughing from fear.
Rosemary accepts. But to Paige, her time, her rules, her place. That is very, very vague. But the final warning, the final chilling message from Rosemary. This time, you go bye-bye. As almost childlike as it is, when it's said from someone like Rosemary, it's threatening.
Rosemary is like her grandmother's doll that you swear you saw blink.
Well, there we
Chilling.
go. You got your answer. You asked it earlier, and now you've got it. Rosemary and Paige on Paige's time. Not yours. Sorry, not on Rosemary's time. Not yours. Not Paige's. Rosemary's.
Well,
And by Rosemary's, I assume that actually means Morgan.
this guy.
We'll see more about that as time develops. But here we go. It is the main event. Next week's main event, we have Jinder Mahal and Adam Cole in a street fight to look forward to.
Oh, I am ready for that Jinder Mahal.
Gee, I wonder if you'll actually be here this week, though.
Yeah, I'll still be watching.
Your flu will kick in again.
What? For 2 months. What is happening here? What alternate universe am I in that Diesel is in my main event? Who
Do you know
paid
what
for
I
his
think this
pyro?
is?
I'm not paying for the pyro.
Do you know what I think this is?
Go on.
I think this is Brian Kendrick giving back to Diesel.
Sort of a payment in a sense.
Yeah.
All right,
Think about it. This guy.
Wait, hold on. You can say what you want to say in a minute. But here we go. My boy, one of the newer signings from Monday Night Raw. Look at him. It's Lars Sullivan. Oh, that is great. Look at that man.
So, he's your boy. He's your protege.
You're kind of
Tell
killing
me
the vibe. You're
everything
killing the vibe.
we need to know
You're
about
killing
Lars
the vibe.
Sullivan.
Lars Sullivan. Anything I can say can be rendered mute by just looking at this man. He's taller than your mother and stronger than your dad. Oh, there's so much there. He beat James Storm, a former contender for the United States Championship, looking like a ragdoll compared to Lars Sullivan. Words cannot express how much I love this man, how much faith I am putting into this man. And the way I see it, he's already the king of the ring. You could say something now.
Okay. He looks like Amish.
Oh, look at him. Look at that knee brace. The red tights.
Oh, look
the
at where he once
perfect
broke his knee.
beard.
Ah!
Namaste. Look at him. He paced around the ring, looking on the inside, checking the ropes, making sure everything is tip-top for his victory.
Oh, so he's also an inspector for you?
He's
also your ring
everything
inspector?
for me. He's
This guy
everything
doesn't
I
look like he knows a word
wanted
of English.
and more.
Oh my god.
Look at that. Like it's nothing. He's a
I'm
ragdoll.
quite confused, by the way, by the phrase, taller than your mother.
Well, I believe it means, now don't quote me on this, I believe it means he's taller than your mom.
But most women are shorter than men.
Oh, look at him. These punches mean nothing to Lars Sullivan. Pure power, testosterone. Oh, I love it.
He loves testosterone, ladies and gentlemen. And
That-
I get accused of sucking up to Seth Rollins.
Diesel's kind of cheating. I don't like this.
Oh my fucking god.
Look how he just...
Do you know what?
He just
I've just
chucked-
decided.
Wait, hold on.
I have.
Hold on. Can we appreciate how he just chucked Diesel into the air? Like it was one of your cruiserweights, one of your sappy flyboys.
I have 2 words to describe this moment. I have
Lars
2 words
Sullivan.
to describe something outside of Lars Sullivan. Something that Lars Sullivan should be looking up to.
Daro Ronaldo.
Braun Strowman. The freak of Lars Sullivan, the monster among men.
You know, in some languages, freak translates perfectly into masterpiece.
Do you know, in all languages, monster translates into something threatening.
You know, I'm gonna be real with you. During some episodes of ECW, yeah, I was scared of Braun Strowman. Ooh, he's so big and scary. But look,
You don't sound scared of Lars Sullivan.
Look
Sound
who
like
I-
you want to get on your knees and suck
look,
him.
Look who I have here. Lars Sullivan. I'm not...
He looks about 5-6 inches
Braun
shorter than Strowman.
Braun
About
Strowman.
100 pounds less than Strowman.
Braun Strowman's just kind of an afterthought, really. Look at him, toying around with Diesel. This guy's supposed to be a bodyguard. Could even guard my shin.
You have a shin?
I have two.
Jeez. Maybe you should
So-
swap them out for a backbone.
So I'm happy. This is my moment. Please. Well, this is Lars' moment. Please. What do you think about my boy?
I spoke volumes of him last week. I will admit. Is he strong? Yes. Is he destructive? Yes. Does he look scary? Yes.
That's it. You're not going to compliment how cool he is. How
doesn't
he's
really look
definitely
cool.
how he's a
Still
former
looks
world,
Amish.
how he's a future world champion.
He's a former world champion. Wow, you got that little
Maybe.
faith in him already?
Yeah. Look at him, just ragdolling Diesel. I can't get over this. This is the king of the ring right here. Got nothing else to say?
Lars Sullivan wearing a crown.
Oh, I could have. Well, I mean, me and Lars got a pretty decent relationship. Maybe he'd let me keep the crown. Who knows? But Lars Sullivan. Those are the two words I used to describe this moment, this moment in history, where I, Daro Ronaldo, had the gracious duty to commentate over a match for Lars Sullivan.
Yes, one of the only ones you'll commentate in the next 2 months. Don't worry, I'll take over the rest.
In other news, yeah, you'll get to take over commentating for this man. Say his name with me, please. Go on.
I was waiting for you to start saying his name.
Okay, Lars.
Braun Strowman. Sorry, I'm just thinking bigger, better, stronger, faster.
Oh, my bad. Are you best friends with Braun? Look at that! Just destroying Diesel's head on a
Friendship with Braun
turnbuckle.
Strowman has nothing to do with the fact that I still believe Braun Strowman is more powerful than Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, and you also believe Seth Rollins is better than Jinder Mahal.
He is!
Isn't. Look at him! Deadlift powerbomb. Can you do that? Can Braun Strowman do that to Diesel?
Yes.
No, he can't. Look, can Braun Strowman go to the top rope?
Yes.
No, he can't. 10 out of 10 headbutt. Thank you, Lars Sullivan.
Man. For 10 out of 10, you'd expect a 1, 2, 3.
Well, not everybody's perfect.
You just give him a 10!
No, I didn't.
10 out of 10!
I did not
Nobody's
give.
perfect!
I did not give Diesel a 10. Oh, that is the finish and maneuver. That is the 1, 2, 3. It's got to be. I'm confident. And it was. Well, what do you got to say, Larry?
See him the King of the Ring?
Well, I'll see him in the finals of the King of the Ring, where he will become.
You won't see shit. You won't be here for another 2 months.
Well, I'll watch the tapes then. Ah,
don't tell-
congratulations.
Don't tell Lars Sullivan about tapes. Amish don't believe in tapes.
Round of applause for Lars Sullivan. He doesn't even need to go to the top rope. He already proved he can do that.
That's totally what he stood on me. But
This was a, quite frankly, mediocre episode of Raw turned into one of the great ones. This is going on the DVD. This is going down in history. This is going on the network. What do you want me to say?
It was going on the network with or without Lars Sullivan. You kind of don't have a choice there. Anyway, I'll wrap this one up because you're too covered in your own mess about Lars Sullivan. There you go. That's King of the Ring for Raw done. Next week, Adam Cole, Jinder Mahal, Street Fight. I'll be there. He won't. This ends this episode of Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys. And Sarah.